The camera's big, man. Got me all big. Oh no, the sides are missing. That's why the fire, the lion. Try hit this one or something like that.
What's that?
Try one of them icons. Try it.
There's no one there to do it.
You should see the background behind me usually. Try the second one. Third one. Nah, alright. Must have changed. Alright, I want to see it. Alright, no sir. Alright, Shalom with the ISUPK. Starting out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yana. I'm Priest and Prophet, Officer of 5000, Karafia. Under Commander Johanna from the UK. We have classes every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW, 7 to 9. Make sure you come through, ask your questions. All Blacks and Hispanics and Native Indian born. Make sure you come through, ask your questions. Also at classes from Manny and live on the internet, 7 to 9. Watch it on ISUPK United Kingdom on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, TikTok. That's ISUPK United Kingdom. Also on Friday, we got the Lashawan Kodash, which means the Holy Tongue, where we teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians how to speak Hebrew, your native tongue, free of charge. Make sure you just log in, give your name for attendance. You can even interact, man. You know what I mean? You can interact. The brother will, you got your email address, the brother can send you the alphabet, you can interact, and, everyone can learn, man. You know what I mean? Tomorrow's the Feast of Day of Atonement, Salakia. Sunday is the Feast of Tabernacles, I believe. So we're gonna go in a bit. We're gonna go into a bit about what's gonna happen tomorrow. Anyone that don't know, the Day of Atonement is a day that all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians fast, man. For no food and no water for the 24 hours, from sundown to sundown. So tomorrow, when the sun goes down, you can't eat nothing until when the sun goes down the following day. Can't have no water, no food, no nothing, man. We're gonna get into that as well. I'll show you that it's what the Lord requires of us as Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. If you get with that scripture, it's Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Yeah, it's lucky. So this is Leviticus 23rd chapter. Start from 1. This whole chapter is about feasts and days of the Lord.
Oh, you're from verse 1?
Yeah, it's feasts and the holidays. Oh yeah, you 12. That's one, yeah. So these are the feasts and holidays. And what you're gonna find. So the Lord got rules and regulations for Blacks and Hispanics. What to worship. So what to celebrate, Salakia, what to celebrate, what not to celebrate, what to wear, what not to wear, and rules for our life, man. And the Lord got days that we must reverence, days that we must look up to, days that we must do certain things on those days. And guess what, Black man? Christmas ain't one of them.
That's right.
Your birthday ain't one of them. Easter ain't one of them. We're gonna read what God requires from you, not what your parents require from you, not what your grandma wants you to do, not what your mom wants you to do, not what your aunties want you to do, not what your girlfriend wants you to do because it's Valentine's Day. None of that, man. What God wants you to do, once and for all. For too long, we've been doing what society has told us to do, what the white man wants us to do. And just for a change, Black man, we got to forget about what the oppressor wants and find out what God wants, man. And these are the days that God wants Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to reverence and look up to. Read that, Bible Kashar.
Leviticus 23:1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
So this is the Lord, man. The Lord spoke to Moses, and the Lord told Moses to speak to the children of Israel. The Lord spoke to Moses. Moses spoke to us, man. So what would that look like? That's a man coming up to you and saying, listen, God has told me to do this. Today, you can't say that no more. Today people say, oh, we'll prove it. No, God speaks to all of us. Who made you, boss? You can't tell me God's talking to you and not me. Well, listen, reading it right here. The Lord spoke to Moses. Moses spoke to everybody else. That's what you call to be a man of the Lord. But today, if you tell people you're a man of the Lord, no one wants to listen, man. People say, well, why is God speaking to you and not me? I'm holy too. I'm somebody too. Who made you, boss? Who made you in charge? When the Lord spoke to Moses, man, the Bible has always been a man in charge in the Bible, always, man. Moses was a man. Joshua after him was one man. The judges, one at a time, was one man that was telling people what to do, man. Samson, Yahushua, when Yahushua passed, it was John. It's always been one man. And today it's one man that's commanding General Yohana, man.
That's right.
The Lord always put one man in charge. Keep it in.
And say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord.
And this is concerning the feast of the Lord. So Lord, so listen, speak to the children of Israel and tell them concerning my feast. In some chapters, the Lord will tell Moses to tell us what to do concerning what to eat. In some chapters, the Lord will tell Moses what we should do concerning what we should wear. But in this particular chapter, the Lord told Moses things we should do concerning his feast, man. Concerning his feast. You know how Christmas, there's rules for Christmas. To put the tree up, put the decorations and star on top. Guess what? The Lord got feasts also. And there's rules for those feasts. And you're going to find out one tomorrow. Keep it in.
Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
And the Lord said, these are holy convocations. A convocation to get together, man. And the word holy means separate, meaning what? This is a get together, but this ain't no regular get together, man. This ain't no regular get together where you sit down with your brethren and have a drink up, man. Sit down with your brethren and play cards, man. Sit down with your brethren, just do what brothers do. Those are convocations, but this is a holy convocation, man. This is a holy get together, man. This is a get together for the Lord. This ain't a get together because you want to have a good time, and ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with how to get together, but this one in particular is for the Lord, man. That's why he calls it a holy convocation, a separate convocation. It ain't no regular convocation. It's like you.
Even these are my feasts.
And the Lord said, these are my feasts. And now he's about to run down his feast, man. One of the first feast day ever in the Bible was the Sabbath day, man. That's why we keep that. We keep the Sabbath day every Saturday, man. Every Saturday, 10 o'clock, 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. Last week was another holy day, man. Another feast day. Which one was that other one? That was the trumpets. Blowing of trumpets. Black man, this is our history, man. Right about now, it's what? October, Black History Month. You want real Black history. I need to see you tomorrow, man. Right here in the school at 7 p.m., man. Doing the Sabbath service, man. I want to see you on Sunday at the opening of Feast of Tabernacles, man. I want to see you, man. If you really love Black people, want Black history. Let me tell you something, Black man. What you learn in England every October ain't even Black history, man.
That's right.
It's garbage, man. What they do is they get a couple successful Black men. A couple successful Black men. Imagine this. Black men are hungry, are on drugs and dying, and Mark Duggan is dead, and Rashawn Charles is dead, and Black people are living in council estates, and they make you reverence a couple rich Black people, man. They say, look, Trevor McDonald, man. Black people are dying. They go, look, man, you got Trevor McDonald. When the first Black news anchorman, they'll give you that Black woman, what's the Black woman called Moira or something, Scotland. They go, look, man, the first woman Black, this ain't Black history, man. Black man, your history is way greater than Trevor McDonald, man. It's a luck, yeah. That's all I gotta say. Trevor McDonald, listen, I want no disrespect to Trevor McDonald, but listen, your history is way better than Trevor McDonald. Imagine, Black man, I'm reading from a book where you got your own feast days, man. You got to follow Christmas that comes from the Babylonians, man. You got to follow Easter that comes from the Babylonians. You got to become a Muslim and celebrate Eid like the Arabs, man. You got your own feast days, man. Everyone in the Bible is Black, man. You got prominent people that are greater than Trevor McDonald, man. You got men like Moses, man, that parted the Red Sea, man. Moses didn't tell the news. Moses didn't tell the news at 10, but Moses parted the Red Sea, man. These are Black men that you're supposed to look up to, man. Holy Black man. Trevor McDonald's got a white woman, man. So it's a lucky Moses, like, fair enough. Moses had a heathen woman, but Moses didn't know no better at the time, man. These are real holy men that died and gave their life for Black people, man. Fought in wars and died and got killed, man, for the word of God, man. This is real Black History Month, man. And women too. Women that put their life in danger, man, to save the whole nation, man. You better read about Judith, man. Judith is way better than Moira, man. Way better than Diane Albert, man. Way better than what's this Black woman they put up like there's somebody way better than the first black boss woman or the first black woman bus driver. Way better, man. These people that we read about in Black History Month are slaves, man. Imagine this, your first black woman bus driver is a woman that just got a job, man. No offense, but that's what's that to look forward to. But all nations are looking up at rocks and Allah and Muhammad and so forth. We're looking at a black woman that got a job, man. That applied for a job. And listen, that's how low black people are. We're slaves, man. We are slaves. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing great about a job, man. Listen, black man, we had a job when we came off them boats, man. And for a black man to go, you got a job. Oh, the white man finally employed you. Yes. Woo. We come a long way, man. That's terrible, man. That's progress. That's terrible, man. That ain't progress. We can't get jobs. The white man finally gave her a job. That's something to celebrate, man. We celebrate. That's like a slave celebrating the day he came in the house, man. That's like a man celebrating the day a man gave him a cookie. Black man, that ain't progress, man. Real progress is having a land of your own. Real progress is when they beg you for a job, man. That's real progress. And black man, what? Listen, if you call October Black History, that is a spit in the face to black people, man. Our history is way greater than October the 1st to October the 31st, man. Way better, man. And Black History Month, number one, you share Black History Month with Halloween, man. They couldn't even give you a month of your own. And number two, black man, black people always say, you know what, we've come a long way, you know, we got Black History Month now. Now the white man in England, everyone acknowledges us. They don't, man. Let me tell you something, black man, something you might not know. So a lot of black people come from multicultural cities, man. A lot of black people come from Gloucester and Birmingham and Manchester and London, places where a lot of black people are, places where the white man has learned to stomach us over time. But go to one of these cities where black people ain't, man. Go up and go, man. Go to Hartford, go to Hereford. You know what I mean? And go to Bournemouth, man. And guess what? They do not acknowledge Black History Month, man. We think all of England does because in my small bubble, everyone does. When in Birmingham, when you go Tesco, you see Trevor McDonald. Black History Month, you will see Trevor McDonald on the walls, man. You will. I'm a lying. You see, red, gold, and green flags, and you think, wow, see, all of England does this. All of England don't do it, man. How do I know? I've been there. Just drive out. Go to Stratford upon Avon, man, and go in Tesco. You won't see that one black picture on the wall. You're not going to see Walter Tull on there. You're not going to see Sir Lewis Hamilton. You know what I mean? You're not going to see Sir Lady Dynamite on the wall. You won't see it, man. What you're going to see, though, is jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkins, man. That's a game they played in us black, man. Just try it, man. If you don't drive, take a bus, man, and go out there to, Hereford or something. I even ask him, say, do you know Black History Month? And they go, what? They don't even know it exists, black man. You want real Black history, black man? This right here is Black History, man. We're reading it right now. Keep reading, Baba Kushal.
6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
That's the first holiday, man. The Sabbath, which is disgusting because Christians say that no Sabbath no more, man. Christians talk about we celebrate Sunday and they have a Sunday school and Sunday service. Nah, man. The first ever feast day was the Sabbath, man. And this whole chapter talks about holidays, but we're going to skip to the one that's coming tomorrow, man. Give me verse 27, Baba Kushal.
27. Yeah. Also, on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement.
There you go. And Day of Atonement is the 10th day of the 7th month, man. 10th day of the 7th month. And that's what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is the 10th day of the 7th month. You know what I mean? Today they call it October, which is the 10th month. But listen, even you know that our calendar is correct. Because what is October? October means 8, man. Like an octopus or octagon. You know what I mean? And because the Gregorian calendar is different from the Hebrew calendar, that's why it's a bit off. But look, the 7th month, and we just 3 days ago went into the 8th month, which means what? This Bible's correct, man. Our dates are correct, man. The 7th day of the 7th month, and we're in that 7th month. According to the oppressor, we're the 10th month. Now we're in the 7th month. October is 8. I know what a lot of people are saying, but 7th month though, October is 8. We just briefly got into it, man. Because the dates are different. They clash. But we're in the seventh month on the 10th day, tomorrow. Keep it in.
There shall be a day of atonement.
And on that day, which is tomorrow, there's gonna be a day of atonement, man. A day when you atone, man. We're gonna find out what the law requires of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to do on this day. Now, these ain't suggestions, black man. These are laws. Let me say, we're being born in this flesh, black man, comes laws, man. We're being just by being black, just by being born from the womb, black man. There's rules, man. So by coming out of your mom's womb, there's rules that you must abide by. That's how it is. Just like Muslims, man, by being born in that family, they gotta celebrate Eid. They gotta follow their parents' rules. And like us, black man, just by being born in this family, we gotta keep the Day of Atonement, man. If it feels good or not, if you like it or not, if you have a headache or not, or I don't like how it feels, who cares about that, man? Our great grandparents did it, so we gotta do it too, man. Keep it in.
It shall be an holy convocation unto you.
And this day also is a separate day, man. It's a holy convocation, which we're gonna have tomorrow, man. We're gonna keep the Sabbath service. The brothers are gonna be here. It's gonna be a separate day to us, man. It's not a day that man just come and drink and chill. It's gonna be a separate day to the Lord, man. Our grandparents did this in the wilderness, man. Real black history. This is what black history is what things that happened in the past. This is things that happened in the past, man. This is real black history right here, man. Black history ain't Trevor McDonald, man. It's a luck, yeah. No, I'm not knock. I keep saying I'm not to knock the man's hustle or nothing, but damn. It's like come on, so you got better lighting. The light's a bit too dark, man. So I can put my small. Put small. But damn, to call that progress, man. Black man, is that how small we think?
Let's deal with that.
Is that how small we think, man? Tawada for that. You read on.
And ye shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire.
Read that again.
And ye shall afflict your soul.
And the Bible says we shall afflict our soul, man. Let me tell you something. Your soul is not a spirit, man. Your soul is you. Your soul is you, man. Your soul is your body. And the Bible says you're going to afflict your body, man. Let me prove to you that your soul is you. And it's not a puff of smoke, man. Let me get it. If you could, Baba Sar, get me Ezekiel 18 and 20.
Ezekiel.
What was it? Let's say again.
18 and 20.
18 and 20.
18 and 20.
Big some volume.
The book of Ezekiel 18 verse 20. The soul that smiteth, it shall die.
Read that again.
The soul that smiteth, it shall die.
And the Bible goes to sinneth, the soul that sinneth, man. I mean the person that sins, man. The person, the human being, the man, that's a soul. The soul that sinneth shall die, man. The soul is you, the person. And the Bible goes, on this day, you got to afflict you. You got to afflict your body. Now, how do you afflict your body, man? The Catholic Church, they read this and you know what they do? They slap themselves in the face, man. That's a fact. They put a pin in their shoe, man. That's torture. That's what you say. That's blood sport, man. A pin in your shoe, man. We're going to show you how you afflict your body, man. How you afflict your soul. How you cause pain to yourself, man. The Bible goes, well, you should afflict your soul. And you don't afflict your soul by slapping yourself in the face, man. You don't afflict yourself by sitting on a pin, putting a pin in your shoe, man. That's ridiculous, man. Someone give me Isaiah 58 and 19.
Isaiah 58 and 9.
Let me get it for you. 58 and 3, sorry.
Isaiah 58 and 3. Wherefore have we fasted?
And read it again.
Wherefore have we fasted?
And the Bible says, wherefore have we fasted? What's fasted, man? What's fasting? Hold that. Give me Jonah. Give me Jonah Marissa.
Come on. Jonah.
It is 1 second. Yeah, give me Jonah 3 and about 7.
That one can. The book of Jonah 3, verse 7. And he caused it to be proclaimed and published throughout Nineveh by the decree of the kings and his nobles.
Okay, so this is it. So Jonah went to Nineveh and prophesied against Nineveh, and the people heard Jonah, man. They go, you know what he's saying is correct, man. We should fix up, we should change, man. The Lord's gonna kill us, man. You know what? Let's hold a fast. Let's hold a fast to show the Lord how serious we are, man. And the king heard it and he proclaimed, he made a decree, a law that everybody must fast. We done?
That one can. Saying, let the ninth man, sorry, let me get it. Okay.
So,
That one can. Saying, let neither man or beast, herd or flock, taste anything.
where you at? All right, give me one verse above.
That's verse 6.
Give me verse 5.
Verse 5. Okay. That one can. So the people of Nineveh believed God and proclaimed a feast and put on sackcloth.
They proclaimed a fast. That's about to explain what a fast is. Keep it in.
From the greatest of them even to the least of them.
So all of them did it. All of them, sometimes in life, there's things that only the big men take part in. Sometimes in life, there's things that only what the politicians take part in. You know what I mean? Like making laws, making rules. Sometimes only big people do that. Only people of high stature. The Bible goes with this. It wasn't just the rulers. Sometimes the rulers need checking, and the rulers will have to fast. The Bible goes the top man to top to the bottom. Everyone had to hold a fast. Keep it in.
From the greatest of them even to the least of them. Verse 6. For words came unto the king of Nineveh, and he arose from his throne, and he laid his robes on him, and covered him with sackcloth, and sat in ashes.
Keep it in.
Verse 7. And he caused it to be proclaimed and published throughout Nineveh by the decree of the kings and his nobles, saying, let neither man nor beast, herd or flocks taste anything, let them not feed nor drink water.
There you go. And that's what fasted is, man. Not eating or drinking water. So they proclaimed the fast and they didn't drink no food or water. That's what a fast is, man. But don't get me wrong, the king of Nineveh, he took it a bit further, man. He said, don't taste anything. Because they wanted God to know that, listen, we're serious about this. He took it that far. You know what he even did? He even put sackcloth on it, man. He took it that far. You know what he did? He even fasted the animals, man. He took it further. But on the Day of Atonement, God don't require that from you, man. This is just a fast that the king of Nineveh did. He took it further to show God how serious he was. To show God that, listen, Lord, I mean what I say. I mean it so much. I'm not willing to eat food. I'm willing to not even be comfortable. I'm willing not to even, have comfortable clothes on. I put on sackcloth, man, and ashes. You know what I mean? I mean it so much. I'm going to even starve my animals. But what the Lord requires for you in Day of Atonement is just a fast, no food, no drink. So like I said, if you go back to Isaiah 58.
Yeah, Isaiah 58 and 3. Wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not?
So they said, in times past, our people said that we fasted and the Lord don't see it. We done?
Wherefore have we afflicted our soul?
We have what?
Afflicted our soul.
And that's how you afflict your soul, by fasting, man. You're saying it right here. Wherefore we have fasted, wherefore we have afflicted our soul. That's how you afflict your soul, by fasting, man. You don't afflict your soul by beating yourself up, pulling your hair, or whatever the case may be, man. What better way to hurt your body than not feed it, man? By not giving it the thing that it needs. Your body needs food, man. And you're saying, listen, what is it scientifically? You need food for 2 days. And you're saying, well, I'm not going to give it that, man. What better way to afflict your soul than to starve yourself, man? That's the best way to do it, man. And black man, if you can not give your food, not give your body food, something it needs for 24 hours, then that means you can come off cigarettes, man. Your body don't need cigarettes. It needs food, though. And if you can do that, black man, you can beat weed, man. You can beat loss. You can beat anything, man. If you can't, if you don't give your body the things it needs, then surely you can survive without cigarettes, man. Keep reading. Go back to Leviticus 23:27.
Yeah. 27. Also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you.
It's going to be a holy convocation unto us, man. You know what I mean? A day that we come together for the Lord, nothing of our own. Keep reading.
And ye shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
We have an offering made by fire to the Lord, man. We give the priest an offering. You know what I mean? On that day before sundown, the priest have an offering, he'll eat it, man. Keep reading.
And ye shall do no work in that same day.
And in that work, it's a bank holiday, man. What today you call bank holiday? A day off, man. Everyone gets a day off. You know how everyone gets a day off on Christmas? And everyone gets a day off on Easter and all these holy holidays that the oppressor has. This day was important to us, man, that everyone had a day off, man. You know when you see a man working on Christmas and they say, oh, man, they got me working for Christmas, man. That's what it was like on the Day of Atonement. A man was not supposed to be working on that day, man. That's a day a man can look forward to having off, man. Keep it in.
For it is a day of atonement.
It's a day of atonement, man. It's a day to the Lord. This day is the Lord's day, man. It's not the day that your boss can get some work out of you, man. It's not the day that the boss gets some sales or your boss get to cut down trees or your boss can make money off you and get bonuses. It's a day to the Lord, man. So that reason, everyone got to have the day off, man. Keep it in.
To make an atonement for you before the Lord your God.
Yeah, there you go. And you were atoned to the Lord that day, man, for your sins. You know what I mean? Anyone that?
Yeah. For whatsoever soul.
Whatsoever person. There goes that word soul again, man. Whatsoever soul. A soul's a person. Whatsoever person. A soul in a puff of smoke, man. It's not a mist or a fog. It's you. Whatsoever person. We done?
Soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people.
And that's how serious the Lord saw this day, man. That any man didn't fast on this day, the Lord will cut you off, man. You would no longer be Israelite, man. You can no longer dwell amongst us. You know how black people, especially Caribbean people, are firm against sexual deviancy and homosexuality. And if one of our children become a part of the LGBTQ, whatever we call it, we'll cut them off, man. That's how it was with the Day of Atonement. The Lord was so zealous for the Lord that if a man wasn't fasting, if we saw a man eating something on the Day of Atonement, we're like, yo, what's this about, man? This man couldn't be one of us, man. He was one of us. We would cut him off, man. He was no longer an Israelite no more, man. No longer one of us. You know how when your son disobeys your rules and he's no longer your son, you take his picture down after war. You know the ones there. You see all your kids' pictures and then you see on the wallpaper, you see a light patch, square light patch. I mean, yo, what picture was there, man? Don't worry about it, man. That's what we did to you, man. You had to leave, man. We open the gates wide. You had to walk out, man, and go wander the wilderness. Salakia. Listen, it wasn't like, it's not like how it is today, man. It wasn't like how it was today. Back in the days, you had the gates of Jerusalem, and outside the gate of Jerusalem was wilderness, man. You had to walk for hundreds of miles till you find the next city that probably wouldn't even accept you. Not like today, man, where you can just leave Brum, jump on a bus and go to another city, man. Nah, it wasn't like that, man. All of us go out in nice big walled cities and we'll let you go. You gotta walk. What's it called? Bandits and stuff. Yeah. All types of bandits and people. Because from country to country, people carry goods in it.
Yeah.
So on the road, you get bandits, man, trying to take them goods. And you'll be out there in the wilderness, man. All them bandits, just, you know, Lord be with you, man. Lord be with you, man. But boy, you're on your own out there, man. It's cold out there, man. It's rough out there, man. You in the sandstorm and the deserts and no water out there. We'll cut you off, man. And you just somehow, you know, find someone else take you in, man. Another nation take you in. If they would. You know, no police around there. Men just rape. If you're a woman, forget about it, man. Men just rape your woman and you're on your own. That's a harder punishment than probably getting stoned to death, man. It's like you said.
And that's why in the New Testament, when Christ brought down the Samaritan, he was wandering and he got beat up. I mean, it was normal that, listen, if you were in those villages or those towns, on your roofs, you can get hurt.
Yeah, man, on your roofs. Not like today, man. Imagine just walking the motorway And it's just lawless, man. Remember, the police are in the town. You know, don't police the whole world. And you know what I mean? They police the walled cities. Outside of that, there's just no rules, man. No laws or nothing. And you're walking outside of that. Listen, it's a scary place, man. Keep it in.
And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in
And-
that same day.
And any man going to work on that day, man. Any man trying to go work on that day, talking about I'm doing some overtime. I know I shouldn't, but I'm cramming some more hours, you know. Cramming some more hours. Cause yo, so, you know, if I miss a day and they have atonement, it's gonna be a 4-day week. Trying to get that 5-day week. No. So we have 6-day weeks in it.
Yeah.
In Israel, Sabbath day off. It's like now, and I can't have 2 days off, man. Over there Saturday, I can't have Tuesday off too, man. I gotta make this pee, man. That man will be cut off too, man, for being greedy, man. And if your boss was to make you work on that day, he'll get cut off too, man. We're no longer Israel. People look at him like look at this evil bastard, man. Making black people work on the day of atonement. Look at him, man. He couldn't wait. Slaving people to death, man. He had to go, man. If you're greedy and you're trying to get money, you had to go as well, man. Keep it in.
That the same soul will I destroy from among his people.
The same soul the Lord will destroy, man. The same person the Lord will kill, man. How did the Lord do it back then by the judges and elders, man? They'll take you before the judge and kill you, man. Say, yo, listen, this man here, they have a court case, and this man was making someone else work on that day, man. And that man would die, man. Anything else?
Yeah. Ye shall do no manner of work.
And the Bible goes do no manner of work, man. No manner of work. The Bible's a book that's just black and white, man. There's no gray areas for man to go, well, I wasn't really working. The Bible said no manner of work, man. If you're a carpenter, you can't carpenter, man. If you're a plumber, you can't plumber, man. If you're a bus driver, no driving, no manner of work, man. Lord, when you hear the man saying, yeah, but I'm a bus driver, but I find it easy, man. Lord saying, let you know straight, man. Whether we find it easy or not, whether it's stressful or not, Lord saying no manner of work, man. Read on.
It shall be a statute forever.
And the Bible goes, what? So what?
Statute forever.
And the law says a statute forever. It's a law forever, man. I'm going to tell you something, black man, it still exists, man. So why the church ain't teaching this? Why ain't black people doing this? Why ain't black people being taught to do it, man? Because your pastor's a liar, man. Because Christianity is from Satan.
That's right.
How is it something from God that's supposed to be kept forever? And man's going to tell us it's done away with, man. A man going to have service every Sunday and not mention this, man. He's of Satan, man. But meanwhile, every December 25th is keeping that, though. Every Easter, I can't even say Easter date because Easter don't have no date, man. And we got the fact that Easter has no date, he's still keeping it. He keeps that, though. He's of Satan, man. Valentine's Day, we're told to keep that, though. That's of Satan, man. This is what the Bible calls antichrist, man. Things that are against Christ, man. Keep it in.
Forever throughout your generations.
Throughout your generations, man. Meaning your grandma keeps it, your granddad keeps it. You know what I mean? Your mom's generation, they keep it. Your generation keeps it. Your son's generation keeps it. Your grandchildren's generation keeps it, man. Something that must be kept. How dare some pastor tell you, nah, it's cool, man. You ain't got to keep that no more. And they're liars, man. They're of Satan, man. You done?
In all your dwellings.
In all your dwellings, whether you dwell in England, whether you dwell in America, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Guatemala, Guadalupe, Aruba, everywhere where black people dwell, we got to keep this, man. For all them fake Israelites, the fake Israelite group say that you can't keep these laws, you must be in the land. The Bible said in all your dwellings, man. And right about now, we dwell in England. The ISUPK UK dwell in England, man, all over England. And the Lord said you keep my commandments in all your dwellings, man. A dwelling in place is a place where you live. Wherever you live, black man, you can keep the Day of Atonement, man. The only people that are exempt from the Day of Atonement is what? Children, man. Who else? Pregnant women.
Mm-hmm.
Pregnant women also. People with medical issues, man. You know what I mean? Anyone got any medical issues or, you know, pregnant or anything, you contact the camp leader, man. And we'll give you advice. You know what I mean? We'll give you advice on, you know, if you can keep it or not. If you're not too sure, contact us, man. If you got a light medical condition and you're not too sure, man, you know what I mean? Contact your doctor first thing in the morning. Then contact your camp leader too. Contact both of them. Your doctor might say, well, is it for 24 hours? You might be okay, man. And with the information, you contact your camp leader and confirm with him, and he will give the final decision of if you should do it or not, man. You contact that doctor, man. If you got a medical condition, you contact your camp leader and you contact your doctor, man. Tell him, listen, I got a religious fast, I got a religious holiday that requires me to lay off food for 24 hours, doctor. With my medical history, is that possible? Is that recommended? And if you say yes or no, still contact your camp leader, and then he'll give you the final what's the word? Ting, man. Church. He'll give you the final. He'll give you the final ting, man. So like, trying to be all nice and diplomatical, and try to have the nice words. He'll give you the final say, man, on what to do. But don't be an idiot, man. Knowing that you got medical issues and go and harm yourself, go and kill yourself, man. Don't be an idiot saying, "Well, I'm not taking diabetes tablets, man." And then we have to find you on Wednesday sundown in your house. It's like, yeah, we don't see Tuesday sundown, so we got to find you dead in your house on Wednesday sundown, man. Don't be silly, man. You contact the school, man. Any more?
Yeah. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls.
Yeah, and that day is a Sabbath of rest, man. No man should be going work. No man should be slaving. No man should be, if you're a banker, no man should be banking. If you're a driver, no one should be driving. And that day, you should afflict your souls, man. You should be fasting on that day. Keep it in.
In the 9th day of the month, at even, from even to even, ye shall celebrate your Sabbath.
And that's how we celebrate our holidays, man. Even to even. When the sun goes down to when the sun goes down. See, the oppressor would tell you that a day starts at what? 12 o'clock, man. Midnight. Nah, man. The Bible goes, the day starts sundown, sundown. Darkness was here first, man. The day don't start in the morning. The day starts at nighttime. When the sun goes down, it's one day. When it goes down again, it's another day. That's how we tell our days, man.
Got a question live?
Come on, Carl.
Put on the screen.
Go on.
All right, so we got a question. The question is, Salakia, if you're unclean, can you still fast?
And the question is, yeah, can. Still fast. You know what I mean? You can't come to the school, though, and be around the brothers, but yeah, everyone here is required to fast. You know what I mean? Clean or unclean. It's a day that you do at home, and you just fast. The day that the Bible goes to fast. Didn't say nothing about if you're unclean or not. You can still fast. You know what I mean? See, I think Muslim women don't fast until on their period, or it's a spotting or whatever. They don't fast, but that's their thing. But according to the Bible, it don't say nothing about being unclean. Even men too. If a man's unclean, he still can fast. He can't come to the holy convocation, but he still must fast. Every Israelite must fast on this day. If answer.
That was it on that.
Okay. Give me Matthew chapter 6. These are the rules to fasting. Any more questions? Just type it in, man. Also, if it's your first fast, man, you know what I mean. What you want to do is just what advice can I give? What you want to do is just just relax, man. Just calm. It's your first fast, just chill. As the Bible says, you're supposed to have the day off work. If you can't, please, your slave masters are, your boss, or aka slave master, is a greedy bastard. Then just take your time at work, man. Try get it off, man. Try get it off. Call in and say, you know what I mean, I can't make it today. Try get it off. You know what I mean? You want to be out. The Bible goes, no serve our work. You want to get it off. But if you can't get it off, just take it easy on the slave, man. You don't want to faint or whatnot, but you can do it, man. We've done it countless of times. Just take it easy, man. If you're at home, just take it. You don't be running around on your feet. Just take it easy, man. Just chill.
It's muted.
He's muted. So can you hear me?
Yeah.
I ain't muted. So Albon, you have to refresh it. Let me check on my phone. It shouldn't be muted at all.
You say Matthew 6, but you never say which verse.
Yeah, it's up on 1. But 1 second. Let me see if I'm muted for real. I shouldn't be. Albon, you might have to refresh. You type Albon to refresh because I know for a fact I ain't muted. Type in Albon Yeah, I'm good.
All right. I've got another question too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This one's from Yashar Banaf. Salakia, does it start sundown tonight or tomorrow?
Sundown tomorrow. Do you mind if I take the thing off the thingy? Well, I'll show you the calendar. I'll get the calendar for you now. It's sundown tomorrow. So sundown tomorrow will be a new day. And from sundown tomorrow, you can't eat nothing until the day's over, which is sundown on the Wednesday. What is it? Day of Atonement. Day of Atonement, 7th day of the 10th month, Tuesday, the glare, 4th of October, Tuesday, 4th of October. And that's the ISUPK calendar, which you can also get on the website, man. ISUPK.com. And come on, album, man. Don't come on, man. What's with the little mistakes, man? Come on, man. Man, muted the telly, you know, to blame my equipment, man. So like album, man. But yeah, you can also get that information on the ISUPK website. It has all the feast days, every last one of them. You know what I mean? Updated regularly. You know what I mean? Every year by Captain Ashaparian, you know what I mean, who goes into the feast days and, you know, in-depth study of the feast days and so forth, and new months, new moons. He goes in and figures out what days are the feast days according to the Bible, man. So make sure you look on the ISUPK website and download that as well for yourself, man. Keep on top of it. We have it in the school, as I showed you, but yeah, tomorrow, the 4th of October, that will be the Day of Atonement. If you could give Matthew 6:1.
Karawan. The book of Matthew 6, verse 1. Take heed that ye do not your harms before men.
So this is Yahushua speaking, Christ speaking, and Christ saying, take heed that you don't do your alms before men. What's alms? Alms is like charity work, man, or giving to the poor. Christ saying to his disciples, Christ is teaching disciples how to be, what's the word?
Not like scribes and Pharisees.
Yeah, teaching disciples how to be like scribes, how not to be like the scribes and Pharisees, teaching them how to conduct themselves. And he's saying, don't do your alms before men. Don't be around a crowd of people and be like, here you go. Here's £100 that I've just kindly donated, you know, my last £100, you know. My kids didn't sleep on the floor, but I love God so much. Here you are saying, don't do it before men, man. That's what the scribes and Pharisees would do. The scribes and Pharisees were the black leaders back then who everyone looked up to, who everyone went to for spiritual guidance and advice, man. And today, you know who that is? That's your pastors, man. That's your leaders. Your pastors are exactly the same, man. Your pastors praying for everybody. So everyone like, wow, that pastor's a good man. Your pastor will give a nice fat check to children who need. You see, big check. Why is a big check that foreman got a hold? Yeah. So everyone go, oh, what a nice man. When that's not even alms, man. Like people see, oh man, he gave 2 mil, yeah, because he got 10. Like, you know what I mean? He gave 2 mil to children in a year because there's 10. When you got 10, you can spare 2, man. When you're a billionaire, you can spare 2 million. That's not really alms, man. When you see a man give everything, that's a man that loves the Lord. Like you in the UPK, man. You guys in the UPK, that all of us are broke, man. All of us are poor, man. And we pay tithes nonetheless. We pay camp fund nonetheless. We help support, we help cook and bring what we can. We bring a drink, man, to the feast day if we can, nonetheless. Despite the fact that inflation's gone through the roof, despite the fact that none of us are doctors and lawyers here, man. Not most of us. Most of us, you know, went to jail and came out and, you know, working jobs that are not the best paid. And we still give money and support the school. That's a man that really loves something, man. And then, man, we see the zeros and think, wow, some zeros. Yeah, because what in his bank is more zeros. He can give up them zeros because in his bank there's more zeros. No, he gave up 6 zeros because in his bank there's 10 zeros, man. That's anyone can do that. And Christ saying, don't be like that, man. Our work is suck, is it?
And as well, with a lot of that, a charity you see, it's a trust fund, meaning of the interest, he gets the money back in there. So it's not that he's giving it and he's not going to see it again. He knows At the end of that year, he's getting it back.
There you go, man. Listen, politics is grimy. People think politics is clean and easy. Listen, man, it's all grimy, man. The whole money thing and I know you see Boris and you think, no, it's simple, man. He can't be that wise. This he is, man. They are, man. You know what I mean? The bomb countries and steal oil and this is big grimy as hell. But anyway, Christ saying, listen, don't do like the scribes and Pharisees. Don't be like your pastor. Just wanting to be seen. You know, speaking in tongues for everybody. So everyone like, wow, it's a man of God right there, man. Prancing back and forth in his pinstripe suit, telling everyone all his good works, man. Because I've been to Africa, you know, I've done the ministry in Africa, I've done the ministry in Brazil, I've done the ministry here. We sell food banks over here and there, and we're trying to do all this. Is a man that's trying to be seen, trying to show everyone how holy he is, man. How great he is, and the way that pastor, man, puts in a lot of good work, man. Christ saying, don't do that, man. Keep it in.
To be seen of them.
There you go. And they do it to be seen of men. So I remember look and go, raw. Boy, that pastor's something else, you know. He's something else. He's holy, man. They want all the glory and the fame. And you know, brothers already, man. You know what I mean? Just like rappers, man. They want all the fame and they want to be seen as the best pastor in the world, man. Keep it in.
Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven.
And Christ, if you act like that, you got no reward, man. You got no reward, man. You want to do stuff to be rewarded. You help your brother. Listen, you don't want reward from men. You want reward from the Lord, man. And Christ saying, listen, them pastors, they got their reward already. What's their reward? They got praise from men. The one everyone to think that they're holy, they got that. That's the reward. Black man, you do it in secret, you get rewarded from God, man.
That's right.
Keep it in.
Verse 2. Therefore, when thou doest thine harms, do not sound a trumpet before thee.
What's that saying, Mama, sir?
That means you shouldn't go about talking about it because you want to impress people.
There you go, man. A trumpet is so everyone can hear. When you blow a trumpet's loud, like boom, so it's like an alarm. So when you're doing your arms, don't blow the trumpets. And I'm like, oh shit, it must be arms time now. Don't be like, yeah, someone just donate another 6 mil. Or news broadcasts. Pastor so-and-so donates another 6 mil. It's all over social media. Nah, man. If you're gonna give alms and you're gonna broadcast, it's in the Bible. If you are gonna broadcast to the world, it's to glorify the Lord, man, not for you. Keep it in.
As the hypocrites do in the synagogue.
But the hypocrites do. The Lord said, listen, don't give alms like the hypocrites, man. Christ telling disciples, listen, he's briefing them up, saying, listen, we're gonna give alms, but when you do it, don't do it like them. You know what I mean? Christ is having like a major council with his disciples, man, telling them what to do and what not to do, man. He's telling them how to conduct themselves. Christ having a camp council with disciples, telling them how not to conduct themselves. Keep it in.
And in the street, that they may have glory of men.
There you go. And that they might have glory of men, that everyone might, think that these men are glorious and so forth. You know how in camp you might have a huddle up and a quick briefing. You know what I mean? Brothers might speak to you, so like every man that starts camp for the first time, your camp leader will tell you how to read the Bible, man. Tell you how to have your chin up and how to project your voice. Christ having that same meeting with the disciples, man. And he's telling them, listen, when you go out there, what to do and what not to do. And so when you give alms, when you give charity work, when you give donations, or whatever the case may be, don't be like them hypocrites, man. Don't be like them scribes and Pharisees, man. Don't be like them disgusting pastors, man. They want to tell the whole world that they're giving a donation. Don't be like that. Keep it in.
Verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
Christ said they got their reward, man. The white glory, they got it, man. The white everyone's feel, wow, Pastor so-and-so got, generous, man. Everyone thinks Pastor so-and-so generous. That's his reward. He got it, man. What he wanted, he got. He wanted to be Mr. Big Superman with all the P's, and everyone sees him as Mr. Big Super Pastor with all the P's, man. There you go. He got it. Keep it in.
Verse 3. But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth.
Break it down for him, officer.
Mean, even the person close beside you, you don't have to let him know that.
Give my hand. There you go. Christ saying, when you give alms, don't the left hand know what the right hand does. Your left hand is close to your right hand. He's saying you did it so much in secret, your right hand didn't even know. When you give alms, what's that, brother? You need some money. All right, cool. Yeah, hold this, man. Boom. And that's how you get blessed by the Lord, man. A brother needed food, he got food, man. The world ain't got to know. All Jerusalem ain't got to know. The brother's not hungry no more. That's what's sorted. You don't do it. The scribes and Pharisees didn't do it because man was hungry. It had nothing to do with the man being hungry. It had nothing to do with the woman not having a roof over her head. It's all matters about him. And now everyone can come to my church. And now my church is glorified. Now my church is the big church on the news. Everybody wants. You ever see them church documentaries? And in my church, we did this and we healed 10,000 people and we blah blah blah. It's all about his church, man. If you really cared about the people, you wouldn't even care about the cameras rolling. You wouldn't even care about who knows. You just so happen all your miraculous works are so happen to be on DVD, man. If you really care about the people, listen, people be healed and no one would even know about it. But you want your members up, man. In Christ, when we do works, listen, we don't let the right hand know what the left hand knows, man. This ain't talking about this ain't talking about magnifying the truth neither. It's talking about you personally and your personal journeys. Don't go, look, guys, look at me. Now you can glorify the truth. You can let everyone know that UPK does food programs. You can let everyone know that UPK does help the poor. This ain't talking about magnifying the truth. Christ in the Bible magnified the truth. Christ in the Bible purposely healed a blind man just so people can see. This talk about you personally. If you see a black man at a gas station, at a petrol station, needs money, give him, man. But don't be like, yeah, because I'm such a great Israelite, I'm gonna give this man. Nah, man. Christ saying, don't glorify yourself like that, man. Keep it in.
Without clan. But when thou doest thine harms, let not thy right hand know what thy left hand doeth. Verse 4. That thine harms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee.
There you go, man. Your father sees in secret, man, and he said, you know what, that was genuine. That had nothing to do with you to boast yourself up, man. Like, you get rewarded for that, man. The Lord said, if you love me, feed my flock, man. The Lord said that everyone knows that we're disciples by how we treat each other, man. And the Lord will see that, black man, and you will get reward, man. Now, if you want glory, you can get that. It's not a problem. But that's the only reward you're gonna get, man. Is that glory? The only reward you're gonna get is everyone saying, "Yo, man, look at him, man. He's great, man." You can get that, or you can get it from the Lord, man. Keep it in.
Verse 4. Thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly. All right, verse 5. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are.
And now he's moving on to prayer now. And he's going to move on to fasting. In verse 16. He say, and when you're praying, don't be like the hypocrites. Say, listen, don't be like scribes and Pharisees when you give alms. In fact, you know what? Even when you're praying, don't be like them, man. Now he's about to explain how they like. Keep it in.
For they love prayer standing in the synagogues and in the corner of the street.
There you go, man. They love praying in the corner of the street, man. What's I say? In the synagogue is where everybody is. Everyone was required to go to the synagogue on a Sabbath day, man. And that's where they're praying, man. So everyone can see that, wow, look at him praying, man. This man prays 10 times a day. Every time I see him, he's praying, man. And in the corner of the streets, the corners where everyone links up, man. You know, in the shop, remember the corner shop. They put the corner shop there. They put the corner shop there on the corner for a reason, man. It's on the corner so everyone can access it. So you can access it from the left, from the right. That's where everyone is, man, on the corner. And that's where your pastor is praying. That's where your grandma is in a spirit. That's where your grandma speaks in tongues where everybody can see her, man. That's where your pastor doing the shuffle and dancing and singing and making all that noise where everyone can see him, man. Christ said, don't be like that, man. Don't be like that, man. Everyone thinking, oh, look at him, man. Every time I see him, he's always in the spirit, man. He's always slaying in the spirit, man. He's such a holy man. He's always shuffling and speaking in tongues right there, man, on the corner so everyone can see him. Right there in the synagogue, man. Imagine this. How come Granny don't ever have a spirit when she's cooking fried chicken, man? In her yard where no one can see her, man. Why ain't she never in the spirit when she's in the bath, man? All these dangerous places, somehow, she don't ever fall in the spirit in these dangerous places, man. But only in the church. These pastors say, nah, man, when the spirit takes you, it takes you. Don't matter, it don't matter where you are. So how come you never have it at home, man? If hold on, how come you never have it on your slavery? It coincidence that when you're at work, you don't ever fall in the spirit, man. When you're driving, why you not ever fall in the spirit, man? Is it because you might crash your car and die? Seems like this spirit that you're in picks and chooses the times when to be in the spirit, man. Why you don't fall in the spirit when you're at your job? Is it maybe it might be because you might get sacked? Has anyone ever thought about that? Why you don't fall in the spirit when you're in the bath or in the shower, man? Is it because you might slip and fall and bust your head? There you go, man. Because these pastors are performers, man. That's what church is all about: performing and performing arts and putting on a good show for everybody, man. That's what church is, man. That's why they got the tambourine and the organ. All it is performing arts, man. It's all one big show. That's why your pastor sings and leads a choir and tap dances and shuffles and all this stuff, and no one learns anything, man. Because it's all one big show. And Christ saying, damn that, don't do that, man. That's when the UPK, we have school, man. In the UPK, you learn more than you're learning in 5 minutes in the UPK than you learn in 10 years in any church, man.
That's true.
Keep reading.
That they may be seen of men.
And they do it so they do it so they be seen of men. Like what I said, they do it so men can go, yo, grandma don't ramp, your grandma's holy, man. You man need to see grandma in the aisle with and her skirt fly up. She's holy, man. They do it so they can be seen of men. They don't do it on the job. They don't do it when they're driving the car. They don't do it on the plane. When grandma flying to Jamaica, she don't do it she don't do it then. She don't do it on an interview. They pick and choose when they do it, man. Why? Because they want to be seen of men. They do it in the place where men will go, wow. See, at a job, your boss don't care about that, man. On the plane, they don't care about that. The plane, if you do that on the plane, listen, you'll be on the no-flight. What's called the no-flight zone list. You on a no-flight list, man. You do that in the interview, listen, you'll be jobless for a bit longer. You do that in the shower, you're gonna slip, man. You do it in the car, listen, they will revoke your license. The DVLA will revoke your license, man. You go apply for your license, tell the DVLA, yeah, sometimes. You say you can't get a license if your eyes are bad, man. You go tell the DVLA, yeah, sometimes I get slain in the spirit, man. It catches me anywhere. They won't give you no license, man. And it's just funny. The only time you fall slain in the spirit is in church, man. Where people like-minded people are. People that don't care about church, you don't get slain in front of them. Because they'll laugh at you. Only in church. Maybe because you want to be seen of men, man. And Christ saying, don't do that. Keep it in.
Verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
Christ said they got the reward, man. They want to be Miss Granny Slain, what's the names in church again? Sister Carol and Sister this and Sister that. And, deacon this and deacon that. They got that, man. They got that respect that they want. And they got their reward. Keep it in.
Come on, verse 6. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet.
Christ said, but you, when you pray, enter into your closet, man. Go somewhere private, man. Listen, black man, listen, if you're struggling with demons and you're praying, that prays for you and the Lord, man. You're struggling with something. Why the whole world got to know for, man? You're begging the Lord for some strength or something. Why the whole world got to know? And that's what Christ saying here, man. Christ said, when you pray, go into your closet, go somewhere private, man. Keep it in.
Come on. And when thou shuttest thy door, pray to the Father which is in secret, and the Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly.
Oh, man. That's the reward you want. Not the praise of men. Not what that pastor, man. We've been praying for 5 hours now. Oof. That's a mad prayer, man. And when the praying mama saw, use all them big words.
Yeah.
Use them big words, and I was everyone thinking, yo, this man got some good vocation, man. Like, oh, ye Father, oh, dearly, bless us and heal thee. Listen, it's 2022, yeah. We don't even talk Shakespearean English no more, man. Yeah, meanwhile, your pastor's talking about thee. Oh, bless. Oh, bless thee, and the condemnation of the spiritualization, all these big words, man. For 5 hours, Christ saying, damn that, man. Black man, listen, you pray to the Lord in whatever language you speak, man. If you're a black man, listen, if you're a black man and your vocation ain't that good, man, you pray to the Lord the best as you can, man, and he will hear you, man. In secret. That's how you do it, man. Don't forget about all the big words. And if you damn that, man, you just pray to the Lord, man. Keep it in.
Yeah, because they say that's the trick of politicians, them big hyperboles. So by the time you finish impress with them hyperboles, him gone.
There you go, man. It's all this trick and a game and making everyone think that you're greater than what you really are, man. Talking in great words, and a lot of us are from the ghetto too. So we hearing great words, and straight away we think, well, he must know what's on about. We hear them great words. That's how black people go to court, hear the great words, and just fold. That's why a lot of black people um agree to crimes that we didn't even commit, man. We see the policeman come up to us, and when he reads them rights, we're like, wow, policeman talking them big words. You have the right to remain, the right to remain in silence. We go, whoa, what is he talking? I don't know what he's saying, but listen, that sounds serious, man. That's why black people get tricked into contracts. Why? Because we can't read the language, man. If you agree to this and 40% of VAT and income tax and we hear that and go, whoa, listen, we ain't got a clue. And we sign our life away. And likewise, pastors speak big words, and black people, because we're not as learned, we think, whoa, he must be godly. Only godly people use that only important people use that kind of talk, man. Only important people use that kind of fluent language, man. Like, yo, he must be a man of God. Christ saying, damn that, man. You speak to God, man, in your closet, man, in private. Keep it in.
But when he pray, use not vain reputation.
And Christ said, when you pray, don't use vain repetition, man. What's vain repetition, Mama? If you know?
Just don't use those big useless words and repeat the same thing over and over.
Yeah, man. Chanting like what the Buddhists do. Just chanting. How can I forget? Sorry, Rastas. Rastas even call it chanting. They say, yeah, man, I'm going to chant, man. We're going to chant down Babylon. They'll say, well, yeah, man, come to my Naya Bingi, man. We're going to do some chanting. God's saying, listen, vain repetition, man. Vain means worthless. It's worthless repetition. Hail Mary is another one. Hail Mary is they'll repeat the same thing over and over again, man. All that is vain repetition. It's garbage, man. Listen, God can hear you, man. You don't need you saying it again and again and again. Listen, he heard you the first time, man. Buddha now, you might need some repetition. So lastly, you might need some repetition, but God, he heard you, man. Cool, man. We heard you, man. Chill. Keep it in.
Verse 7. When you pray, use not vain repetition, as the heathens do, for they think that they shall be heard.
There you go. The finish out there. Rastas bang the drum, man. Chant, man. Chant round a fire. Round a fire, man. Or, just chant in the Nyabingi hall, man. Keep chanting the same thing over and over again, man. Because they think they're going to be heard. Also, want to say they chant to their ancestors. Yeah. Listen, man. Let's misbehave, man. So lucky, man. Okay with it. But anyway, skip down to verse 16.
Matthew 6, verse 16. Moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites.
Christ said, moreover, meaning on top of this, like imagine a man break it down to you, guys, I want you to do this, that. And also, don't do this. Christ said, moreover, when you fast, when you're fasting, when you're doing Day of Atonement, or even your own personal fast, don't be like the hypocrites, man. Who's the hypocrites? Them same scribes and Pharisees that you're talking about in the verse above, man. Now let's see how the hypocrites act. Keep it in.
As a sad countenance.
There you go. Christ said, don't be like them hypocrites, man. They got a sad countenance. A countenance is your facial expressions, man. See, don't be like them hypocrites with a sad countenance. Don't want everyone to go, wow. Oh, look what pastor is fasting again. How you know? Look at him. Just, you right, pastor? Yeah, I'm good. Good craft, yeah. Been 10 days now. 10 days. Trying to get close to the Lord. Been fasting. You know what it is. Everyone go, wow, look at him, man. I couldn't do that, man. Saying, don't be like that, man. A sad face expression, just so the world can know. Just so everyone can look at you and how great you are. Christ saying, don't do that. What kind of fast is that, man? What kind of fast is that? This fast is meant to be for God, man. It's nothing to do with you. You just turn the fast of God into a fast about you, man. How great you are, man. You're meant to give money to your brother, give alms to your brother, charity to your brother. Why? Because God wants us to love each other, man. You've turned this into a thing about you. You're meant to pray to God, for God, man, or how you turn this to a thing about you. And that's the Christian church, man. It's a thing about your pastor. It's meant to be a place about serving God, but it's all about your pastor, man. Every Sunday, he puts on the best suit so everyone can look how good he looks, man. He gives people money and helps people out so everyone can see how charitable he is, man. He has sex with people's wives because that's what he wants, man. It's all about him. Don't turn the feast of God into a feast about you, man. It had nothing to do with you, man. It's a feast about God, man. Keep it in.
Karawankan. For they disfigure their faces.
For the
That
what?
for they disfigure their faces.
And they disfigure their faces, man. Face all long, then. Boy, I'm just tired, man. Listen, let me tell you something. Tomorrow, sundown, every last one of us, if you can't get the slave off, you're going to go to work with a straight face. In fact, you're going to go and see slavery. You're going to smile, man. You're going to tell all your colleagues, morning. No one's gonna say, "Oh, what's wrong with you?" Oh, boy, do you want fast? You know, and boy, like what the Muslims do, man. Like the Muslims. If anyone knows Muslims or slaves are Muslims, this one Muslim. Oh God. Oh God, Mama saw, man. Number one, you got smell that stink breath in the morning. First thing in the morning, the breath be blasting you in the face. Wow. Yeah, I'm fasting, man. So my breath is just banging, man. And number two, all the dudes talk about fasting, man. Oh, Ramadan, man, boy, a couple more days left, man. Listen, man. That's not how you're supposed to act. It's not about you, man. You got to fast because the Lord told you to fast. You got to fast because it's our heritage, man. It's our customs, it's our black history. Don't turn this to a day about you. It has nothing to do with you, man. So if you're unfortunate that you can't get a day of slave, you go into that workplace, man, with a big smile on your face, man. Right. No one's even supposed to know that you're fasting, man. You're going, you're right. How's it going? And they're gonna offer you food too. Let me help you from now. They're going. Satan is gonna try to make you break that fast, and all of a sudden, all your colleagues are gonna offer you some food, man. They're gonna say, "Yo, what's with this? You know what? I got extra this, man." And it's gonna be something that you really like, something that you had in a while. It happens all the time. You know, listen, your colleague is gonna buy a Subway, the foot long, and they're gonna tell you that they can't manage the whole thing. Yeah, they're gonna go because I saw the foot long was cut in half too. Yeah. They're gonna say, "Oh my God, I can't manage the foot long. You want the rest of this?" And listen, it's gonna be the one that you like, man. It's gonna be the foot long with the steak, and the honey mustard. The honey mustard with the jalapenos in there. It's gonna be the one you like, man. And you're gonna forget. You're gonna forget for a second. You're gonna reach out, man. You're gonna go, and you're gonna say, "Oh, nah, I'm good. I'm not hungry." You're not gonna say, "No, I'm doing a big fast in the UPK, and it's so hard and and turn it about you, man. Show the world how great you can resist food, man. You're gonna tell him, you know what? Second thought, I'm not hungry, man. Or you take it, man, and put it down for later. I lie, you can do it, innit? Put it down for later, man. What's gonna happen? Another thing as well, man. You're gonna wake up at night time and you're gonna bust the fridge, man. You're gonna forget, and you're gonna go, "Oh shit!" You're gonna do that, man. Or you're gonna feel thirsty and say, "I feel so what? I'm gonna take some water." And then you're gonna remember, man, and go, "Oh, damn, it's gonna happen, man." Keep it in.
That they may appear unto men to fast.
Yeah, and they do it so men know that they fast. They do it so they appear to men to fast. Like, oh, must be fasting again. Yep. 3 days now, about 3-4 days. You've been fasting, man. Yeah, boy, that pastor so and so is something else, man. He's something else, man. You can't listen. He loves God. He does. You can't stop. If he ain't fasting, he's giving alms. What's up, man? If he ain't giving alms, he's setting up ministries everywhere, and everyone knows why, because he's telling everybody, man. Christ saying, "Don't be that guy, man. Keep it in."
Verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
They got the reward. The one, big up from men. They got the big up from men, man. They got that, man. Keep it in.
Verse 18. Sorry. Verse 17. But when thou fast,
But when you fast, Christ said, "We know what they do when they fast, but when you fast, that's what I want you to do." Read.
When thou fast, anoint thine head and wash thy face.
Christ, when you fast, anoint your head, man. Listen, don't tell me the men of God ain't black, man. This is a black man. What anoint means? Look in this. The word anoint means to oil, man. Christ saying, grease your face, man. Don't walk around with no white lips, man. You know, white lips like so you be eating sugar donuts. Talking about, "Oh, my mouth is dry, man. I've been fasting." Christ saying, grease your face, man. Walk around dry. So everyone's like, "Whoa, look at him, man. The man fasted, his lips turn white, man." Christ saying, "Nah, grease your face." No one's supposed to even know, man. You go to your work, you go to your slave, man, if you can't get it off on Wednesday morning, man, after the Tuesday, and you go in there and tell everyone morning, your face shiny like so you're going to school. The kids, remember back in school, kids' face be shiny on the school bus. You go into your face shiny, man. with the vaccine on your lips, and no one's supposed to even know, man. You know what I mean? You're supposed to look. You go in there shining. You're right, guys. It's going morning. How you doing, man? So where we're working today, man. Just crack on, man. Don't make it a day about you. You coming in with your chapped lips and stuff, man. All the white crisp parts of your lip, face all dry. Like, yeah, man, it's fasting, man. Well, it has to be done, you know. I'm a soldier. I'll get it done, man. Talking about you. It's not about you, man. You grease that face, man. It's a black man's book, man. What white man anoints his face, man? What white man anoints his head, man? And that's just a black man book. It called his head, it called the head your face. And the black man said, go grease your head, man. Grease your head. Not talking about your head, it means your whole face, man. Grease your face, man. Walk around all dry and, you know, looking all ashy and rough. Nah, man. Like the Pope and all his Catholic priests walk around poor on purpose, man. You see them with rags on and a rope. They don't have a belt or a rope on. Why? So ever look at the water, man, of God right there, man. Look at him giving up everything, man. Giving up women, giving up comfy clothes, giving up TV and Sex in the City, and well, giving up MTV. Look at him. He lives in a dungeon, man. Fucking dungeon. Just wow, some man of God, man. Whew, I could never be him. That popes, what do you call it? Nuns and priests, purpose just that way. So people look at it and go, wow, yes, Father. Because they call him Father, yes, Father, man. You're great, man. You're just something I could never do now, man. Black man, listen, you can be, you know what I mean? That's a man wearing it on his exterior. You can fast also, black man, and no one ain't got to know. You can give alms also, no one ain't got to know. You can live, you know, simple also, just like the priests do, man. And no one ain't got to know. They purposely got to take the world know, man. The man have a rope around their waist, man. Well, come on, man. That's how. If that ain't a man to show you how holy he is, I don't know what it is, man. It's a lot. That ain't a man to show you how I don't care about society. You know what I mean? I'll give my last penny to the poor. I got a rope around my waist. Come on, man. Belts going Primark for £2, man. So lucky. There's no need for a nigga in 2022 to have a belt, to have a rope around his waist, man. So lucky. In fact, I think if you go online, rope is more expensive than a belt. So listen, we have camp equipment, and I think a rope is more expensive than a belt. Am I correct? So like you say, sir.
Yeah, and also that's this. The Catholic Church is the richest religious organization on the planet Earth.
That's right.
They're rich, like they don't lack money. You know what I mean? Years ago, I had to drop off some wood, like lots of wood, like you know what I mean, a trailer highway, and it was for a Catholic church. They had so many members. They had to build the extension, and the extension cost £1 million. And the Catholic Church had the money to pay for that extension.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Catholics are meant to be poor, but you get to the richest organization on the face of the earth, man. Look, just go in the Catholic Church, all them goblets and crosses are gold, real solid gold, man. The Pope is rich, man. The Pope's retired.
Yeah.
And like what did Christ say about his men? He called them hypocrites, man. A hypocrite is a man that says one thing and does something else. So what's he saying about the Pharisees?
Yeah, basically they act that way, but really they don't.
There you go, man. Christ called them hypocrites. Say Catholic Church, man. Hypocrites, man. A hypocrite is a man that says one thing, does the other. So the Catholics act like, oh man, God, look. Don't you see my rope? And meanwhile, them and boys, man. Which is a fact, man. You just ain't hate speech. You can Google this, man. How Catholic churches in America had to pay off families to keep it on a hush, man. People even bust joke about it. In South Park, man. They're running joke about it. Why? Because it's a common fact. It's a common fact, man, that Catholic priests are known for molesting boys, man. And the Bible said the hypocrites, likewise, scribes and Pharisees, man, they had a long face when they fasted. Oh God, all dry and white lips, man. Meanwhile, they wanted to kill a woman in adultery, man. And the Bible says you meant to have 2 or 3 witnesses. They didn't have that, man. And when Christ said he without the first stone he without sin cast the first stone, they couldn't even stone a woman, man. Meaning what? They were sinners themselves. You want to kill one sinner when you're sinning yourself, man. If they were doing their job, they should have been able to stone that woman, man. But they wasn't, man. They were like, you Catholic priest. Oh, man, I'm slapping myself. I'm atoning. Yo, wisdom boys, man. Oh, I don't drink wine. No wine for me. No, man. Wisdom boys, man. Oh, no. Listen, a lot of them, under the Catholic Church, the skeletons of little babies, man. That came out in the sun. the Sun newspaper about 10 years ago. Under one of the cathedrals, there was those baby bones under there. Why? Because the priest was having sex with these nuns, man. These celibate nuns that are not meant to have sex with nobody, and they were aborting the babies, man. They were aborting the babies low key and burying them under the church, man. That's why there was baby skeletons, baby bones there. Why? Because it's hypocrites, man. We don't have sex, man. At nighttime, molesting boys, man. People look at them like, yes, look at that, man. Look at Mother Teresa, man. Looking all holy and stuff. Meanwhile, after hours, her and the priests are getting busy, man. And guess what? What about we call it hypocrites? Didn't even have the decency to keep the baby, man. Didn't say, you know what? My oath of being a nun is a rap. I failed. Kill the innocent baby, man. What did the baby do? The baby got to die because you couldn't keep your oath. The baby got to die because you wasn't strong enough. How about you just quit as a nun, man? How about you quit as a priest, man? They kill the innocent baby. It's like you say something.
Now, just off the back of the molesting kids part, in the Catholic Church, there's a section where it's their job just to pay them off. So they investigate the case and they just basically send the money out to a section of the Catholic Church that just handles with the molestation part of it.
They got a budget, you know. They got a budget, man. You know how every family has a budget. You got the electric bills and utility bills. You got the groceries, and you got savings for holiday. The Catholics got a budget, man. A molestation, but just to pay up all the molestation charges, man. Peak. Keep reading, Slack here.
Verse 18. That thou appears not unto men to fast.
There you go. Christ saying when you're fasting, don't appear unto men to fast. Men are not supposed to even know, man.
That's right.
Like, yo, I know you ain't eating all day. Yeah, I'm not really hungry, man. Man, no one's supposed to know. Obviously, we're gonna in the UPK, we're gonna know because we're all fasting. But the people in the world are not supposed to know. And if you're having a private fast as well, ain't no one gotta know, man. You want God to hear you, man. Don't make it about you. See, you know, I'm hungry, you know. No, you know, I don't feel hungry today, man. Or I'm not feeling it, man. I don't like. There's many ways to just, you know, men are not supposed to know that you're fasting. Not Muslims though. You better say like, yo, Abdul, you want the rest of my foot long? Nah, I'm fasting, bro. Fasting, man. Yo, fasting. Listen, and I just saying that, yeah, his mouth's open wide, man. Just killing you with that breath, like bang. Like, yo, Abdul, man, slow down, man. Why are you fasting, but damn, why you gotta kill me for, man? Let me tell you something about Muslims too, man. Let me tell you about Muslims too. The Bible calls them hypocrites. Muslims talk a big game about fasting. It's like they don't even fast, man. Muslims don't even fast, man. The amount of Muslim girls lying, talking about this. I saw spotting. That way they're not to fast. The amount of Muslim. Listen, man. A black guy told me that his Muslim friend used to send him to the shop, man, because if I embarrass. Because the Muslim shopkeeper like, yo, why are you buying chips, man? You know what I mean? Why am I sending you chips you fasting? He's sending bread to the shop, man. That's a fact, man. They don't fast, man. Talking about I get headaches, man. Oh, come on, man. Black man, what we do is a fast. These man fast from like 9 o'clock to about 6, man. That's some intermittent fasting, man. That's a look at intermittent diet, man. In the open and fasting, and we fast properly, man. Sundown to sundown, man. As you read the book of Babylon Timbuktu, he said it that Muhammad copied parts of the Hebrew religion and put it in his doctrine. And one of the parts he copied was what the Jewish man calls Yom. No, we call it Yom Kippur. He called it Yom Kippur, and that's the Day of Atonement. And he turned it into the month of Ramadan. It's like
I was saying, if you fasting from 9 to 6, that's some Weight Watchers shit. That's some
weight.
Calorie intake.
No, it's called. I think they call it intermittent fasting. You know, you eat whatever you want. That's nothing, man. Women, listen. I know people that did that, man, to burn a few. To burn a bit of weight, man. I don't feel that did it, man. That's some keto diet, man. Like, man, that's nothing. Man can do that, man. That's nothing, man. People do that. So I purposely don't know family members that's been on intermittent fasting that don't eat at 10 and they eat anything you want from like 12 to about 8, man. It's nothing, man. Any man can do that, man. That's easy. And they want to boast to you, black man. And guess what, black man? When they joke, they can't even do that, man. They can't even do intermittent fasting. They'll be breaking it, man. Talking about, yeah, I'm gonna do it after Ramadan. You can add the days on after. I heard it all. You can add the days on after Ramadan. I've heard, no, what it is, you can give money to charity. You don't have to fast. You give money to charity. You know, that's the easy part, man. Black man, there ain't no easy way out of this. We gotta do it, man. If you ain't medically exempt, you ain't a child, if you ain't pregnant, we gotta do it, man. And listen, after Passover, man, you know what I mean? Call on the ends, man, on Friday, man. I want to know how you all did. If it's your first day of atonement, call in the show on Friday, man. I want to see how you all did, man. Be done, Baba Kusha.
But unto thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly.
There you go, man. That's what you're fasting to God, man, not to man. You want God to hear you, man. Listen, it's your choice. If you want man to give you the praise, the Lord will give you, not a problem. Or if you want the Lord to see you fasting, then you can do that. If you want man to give you the reward and give you the praise, that's fine, man. The Lord will give you that, man. You want to put your head down, Lord will give you that. Man will look at you and go, look at you. You can get it, your pastor gets it. Scribes and Pharisees, they got it. Every Muslim gets it. You can get that. Or you can grease your face, man. Shut up, brush your teeth, hit work, man. And the Lord will acknowledge your fast. God will acknowledge it. It's up to you, man. Keep it in.
Verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth.
There you go. In the context, Christ is letting you know, don't lay up treasure on earth. What's the treasure on earth? Praise of man. Your treasure, don't lay up on earth for man to see. You want praise of man. You want man to look at you, a woman to look at you like you're something great. You want God to look up to you. That's what Christ says. In context, he goes, don't lay your treasure on earth. Don't let man's confirmation or you're holy, man. Don't let that be your treasure. Lay up your treasure in heaven. Let God see your works and go, you know what I mean? This brother is down, man. I'm a blessed brother, man. This brother's down. He keeps all my commandments. Or you can lay your treasure on the earth. So man can go, it's a righteous brother right here, you know. I see him praying for 5 hours straight, man. You should have saw him. His prayer was flowing, man. He was doing the Boston runs. You know, we'll let you get that. Look at me now. I'm Boston and I gotta get it. They got it. Like, this man be praying like that, man. Like what? This man be fasting to his rib showing. I can see his heart beating against his rib cage, man. But you're looking about to pass out. Someone give you some water, man. You can get that. Christ saying, damn that, man. Don't lay your treasure on earth. Don't do it for man. Do it for God, man. Keep it in.
Where moth and rust do corrupt.
There you go, man. Man, moth and rust corrupt, man. This is man die after a while. People forget about you after a while. Keep it in.
And where thieves break through and steal.
Yeah, we keep it in.
Verse 20. But lay up for yourself treasure in heaven.
All right, no, so that's the class about fasting. So again, any questions, type them in. Any concerns, make sure you contact 079 607 46784, 079 607 46784. If you really want to fast, you want to do it, and you got medical issues, contact your doctor. And then not even that, contact your doctor, then contact the school as well. And we will assess you at 1 day. So in the morning, you better phone that to quick. When that's over 8 o'clock, you better call that to ASAP, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. And yeah, because we don't want no one dying and stuff. So just contact the school. Kids, if your kids are too young as well. And if your kids, of age, you believe your kids of age, again, contact the school, man. You got a kid like, I think he's ready. I'm not sure. Again, contact the school, man. We're the best counselors in the world, man. We'll let you know if that son or that daughter's ready yet, man. And you feel me? And we keep the Day of Atonement, be here again 7 p.m. tomorrow, sundown, like what the Bible commanded, man. Like what we always do. Give me what's that scripture about Day of Atonement? Give me Isaiah 58 and 3.
Isaiah 58 and 3. Wherefore have we fasted, say they.
So this is our brothers back in the past. I'm going into this show. Listen, don't think that you can fast and do what you want. Don't think, well, I fasted. I'm cool. I'm fasted. I can still be a evil bastard. I can still be evil and break all the commandments, but I'm a fast. It don't work like that, man. You can't. If you can make it, come through. If you can make it, contact your camp leader after class with Alban, and he'll discuss it. I know it's in the week, it's a bit rough, but if you can make it, transportations come down. It's a Sabbath service, it's a holy convocation. Everyone's required to be here tomorrow, 7 sundown, like what we did the year before that. So like I was saying, Brothers think, well, I fasted. Nah, man. It's not. You have to be sincere with this, man. You have to be sincere. Like Muslims are not sincere. Muslims would drink when their Quran said you can't drink. But hey, I'm keeping Ramadan though, so I'm cool. You know, black Muslims were, crazy in prison, man. Crazy in prison. But hey, I'm fasting, so it's tawab. Every Muslim, they're down to the Muslim in jail, man. Fast during Ramadan. The black Muslim that stabs up people, man. Fast during Ramadan, though. Listen, Nine's a rapper, got money coming out his ears, man. With no businesses. You know, we all know what he does for a living. He's a Muslim, and on Ramadan, he fasts, man. How do I know? Because you see it all over social media, man. Krypton Conan, man, forget about it, man. You know, every black rapper Muslim talk crud throughout the year, man. Shut this nigga, shut that nigga. I saw a Bush. And then social media could Ramadan, they all got the long skirt on. All of them is posing. Long skirt on. Happy Ramadan. I'm lying. Yeah, Kenny All-Star. Who else? Crypt and Conan. Every last one of them, man. In the UPK, you can't be like that, man. This fast is sincere. It's not a little thing like that the shots are Lord up, like Lord, I sinned all year, but yeah, hold this, man. Shut up, man. You don't work like that, man. The Lord ain't Allah, man. That you can pimp easy. I say, yeah, Allah, just I beg you hold this and shut up, man. Ain't like that, man. You have to be sincere. Read that, Baba Kashab.
Wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not.
So our foreparents said, listen, we fasted, man. And the Lord, you didn't see it, man. You didn't acknowledge it. You didn't acknowledge the fact that we fasted, man. You didn't see it, not, man. Like you didn't acknowledge our fast. You know, I've been fasted and I still don't see no blessings coming, man. Why going for that, man? Keep it in.
Wherefore have we afflicted our souls?
There you go. We afflicted our souls. We let you know fasting is afflicting your soul. He's saying it right there. We fasted, we afflicted our souls. Saying the same thing in two different ways. Saying, wherefore, talking to Lord, saying, Lord, we fasted and you don't see nothing. We afflicted our souls, we done.
And thou takest no knowledge.
And you don't acknowledge our fast. You don't acknowledge, it's like I never fasted. You don't acknowledge it. And I don't see no blessings, still in captivity. What's wrong, man? We're keeping it. We're fasting like we're supposed to. Keep it in.
Behold, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasure.
And the Lord said, this is the reason why. Because the day of our fast, the days that you're fasting, you find pleasure. Keep it in.
And exact.
And what?
And exact.
And that word exact means to extort or to rob, man. This is what brothers were doing. Brothers were robbing people, man. Getting pleasure from robbing people, but they were fasting, though. They were fasting. Keep it in.
All your labors.
All your labors, man. All your workers, man. Exacting, robbing all your labors. Force them to come in and work on the Sabbath, man. Force them to come in and work on the Day of Atonement. Paying them low income wage. Making them work for not fair wages. We were exacting our labors, but we were fasting, though. I had the nerve to say, yo, Lord, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? That's what the Muslims do. Sin, but the fast, though. Every Ramadan, the fasting, though. You see it everywhere, man. Everything. I think even Snapchat got a filter about Ramadan too, man. The girls be holding it down, man. But then they be fasting on Ramadan, though, man. The members selling all the drugs. Some of them, can't even hold out to Ramadan, man. The style of drugs after 6 and then turn the line off at 9 again. Like the trap is open. The trap is closed early and open a bit later. Just adjust the opening times. Sunday. Sundays your shop got different open times. Shops close early on Sundays. The man's closed early on Ramadan, man. And the Lord don't acknowledge that, man. You have to be sincere when you're fasting. It's like, yeah.
Behold, ye fast for strife.
There you go. We fast for strife, man. For debate and argument. Now I fast for 10 days. Now I fast for 11. We fast for strife and arguing, man. All these things ain't genuine. Keep it in.
And debate.
And debate, we done.
And to smite with the fist of wickedness.
There you go. We just debate. We just fast just to strife, man. We're fasting, but we're smiting our neighbor. Fasting, but we're just exacting and working to death our neighbor. And then we say, Lord, why aren't you hearing this, man? You don't want to be fasting. The Lord wants a sincere fast, man. Sincere fast, man. That's what he wants, man. You want a fake fast, you can go to the mosque. That's a fake fast. Just like the church, they give fake prayers, and all of it is fake, man. It's all a show. But in here, you have to do it sincerely, man. It's like, sir.
I mean, you smite with the fist of wickedness, meaning those black heated debates you get into it. Someone gets punched, I mean, they're arguing. Basically, which also shows you that in the Bible, you're not allowed just to hit someone because you're vexed. It said the Lord ain't with them because they fight each other, which means you can't just assault people because you're angry with them.
Yeah, it's in the Bible, man. You can't assault people because you're angry, man. Just like in the white man's world, the oppressor, well, they don't hit no more. But the oppressor back in the day used to what's it called, flogging. Could hit you. But if a random man hits you, that's assault. The oppressor in America can put you to death in an electric chair. Now you just put someone to death in an electric chair. That's murder. The oppressor can lock you up, but if a random man does it, it's kidnap. I like in the Bible, man. We got rules. We're a government that knows how to rule and regulate and so forth. We don't do what we want, man. And the brother can't just come and smite you, man. And brothers were doing stuff just like this, smiting brothers, man. But then fasting afterwards. And listen, this is the book of what?
Isaiah 58 and 4.
And in the New Testament, who's Christ talking about? Scribes and Pharisees, man. Where do you think they came from? These men here, man. These men here set a tradition that over time just went on and on and on until one day you had scribes and Pharisees. Listen, the scribes and Pharisees didn't just pop up from the time of Christ. It was a system, a corrupt system that was going on from the time of Isaiah, man. I like that's true, sir. It was a corrupt system that was going on for long. You know what I mean? There's always been corrupt leaders on the top, and then their children, and then they'll take over until the time of Christ. They call the scribes and the Pharisees, man. And they're doing the same thing like in the time of Isaiah. Same leaders are smiting and doing what they want, but then fasting though. I said the Lord must see this. That's why the scribes and Pharisees were fasting in the New Testament, thinking the Lord sees it. Why? Because they learned it from previous men that were fasting in the Old Testament, thinking well, the Lord sees this. And that's where it comes from. Keep it in.
Ye shall not fast as ye do this day.
And the Lord saying, I don't want you to fast like how you're fasting right now. You shall not fast as you do this day. I mean, how you do it this day? I don't want you doing that shit. Excuse my friend. Suck, yeah.
To make your voice to be heard on high.
The same thing Christ said, man. Listen, the same scribes and Pharisees that were making a voice in a high, saying, yo, I'm fasting, everybody. It came from somewhere. These men didn't wake up one day. Scribes and Pharisees was a corrupt system that was going up from the time of Isaiah, man. A corrupt system of evil brothers that wanted to do their own thing. And then years and years went on, and people take their place and following what? In that poor example of leadership, man. And they'll say, well, you know, people say, well, the leaders before me, they did it. And then new people come in power and say, well, the leaders before me, they did it. And we're on and on and on, all the way to the time of Christ. And Christ told us and his disciples back then how to break that cycle, man. How to be a real leader, man. Keep it in.
Is it such a fast that I have chosen?
The Lord saying, is it a fast that I've chosen? You man talking about your fast 10 times a day and shit. Listen, this is not how I recall. I told you how to fast. Not a fast that I chosen. This is some fast that you've chosen. You've chosen to, tell the whole world and beat your neighbor. You do me a favor. Talk about Lord. Why you're not blessing me? What? I asked for this type of fast. Is it my type of fast? Keep it in.
A day for a man to afflict his soul. Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush?
The same thing that Christ said in the New Testament, man. Don't make a. He said, Isaiah said, what? You bow your face like a bulrush. And Christ said, what? When you fast, don't make a sad countenance. And that's what the scribes and Pharisees were doing. They'll lean their head down like a bulrush. Like, oh God, man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, man. But I'm so godly, I'll do it. I'll die, What was that white light? Is that you, Grandma? So I'm going, boy, man, he's willing to die for this thing, man. Isaiah had the same problem in his time as well, man. Cue it in.
And to spread sackcloth and ashes under him. Will thou call this a fast?
Lord, you call this a fast? What's that saying? What's the Lord saying here about this fast?
Repeat that for me.
Read that again.
No, sir. To bow down his head as a bulrush and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him. Will thou call this a fast?
What's the Lord saying here? What's the Lord saying about Ramadan? What's the Lord saying about Lent? What's the Lord saying about your preacher?
It's just a mockery.
What's saying about what they do?
What they're doing is not even acceptable in the way that God wanted to be done.
The Lord saying to Muslims, that's not fasting. The Lord saying to your pastor, that's not even fasting. Your pastor like, yeah, but I ate no food for 10 days. Listen, the Lord said that's not even fasting. You don't even consider that fasting. What Muslims do, the Lord does not consider that fasting.
No.
If you're a man not eat, I don't care if you ain't eating for 10 days, man. The Lord said, is that even a fast? That's not even a fast to the Lord. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what the Lord considers it, but the Lord don't even consider it a fast. Keep it in.
But does he even accept their fasting though?
That's what they're doing. It's just some diet, man. Some low calorie diet. I don't know what it is. But the Lord said, is that even a fast? Looking like what? That's not even a fast. Keep it in.
And an acceptable day of the Lord. Is not this the fast that I have chosen to loose the bands of wickedness?
Read that again, Baba Kushar.
Is not this the fast that I have chosen?
The Lord said, ain't this? The Lord said, this is the fast that I want. Right here, this is the fast that I want. Read.
To loose the bands of wickedness.
The bands is like what handcuffs. To loose the bands of wickedness. That's what the Lord wants, man. The Lord don't want you to say the fast is not just about I didn't eat nothing, for 24 hours, man. No, man. It's also follow the laws, statute, and commandments, man. Don't think that you're gonna be out there smoking spliffs, man, and then come in here and keep the feast of atonement. I think everything's tawab, man. Don't think that you're gonna be out there, beating up brothers, man, and selling drugs to people. Boy, you'll keep that fashion, though, and everything's tawab, man. Nah, man. You best you don't keep it, man. The Lord said it. You best not keep it. You might as well eat all the chicken you want. You know why? Because it's not even a fast. The Lord said, this is a fast. Like, the Lord don't consider this even being a fast. Keep it in.
To undo the heavy burdens and to let the oppressed go free, that ye may break every yoke.
Here you go, man. Look at last scripture real quick, man. Boom, 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 boom. Give me Luke 18 and 10, Baba Kushar.
What was that?
Luke 18 and 10, please, if you could. I'll give you another example of these pastors, man. Another example of these Muslims that fast, man. It's all in the Bible, man. It's all in the Bible, man. It's a luck, yeah. It's mad. All these men who the Lord tells you not to be, guess what? They get all the glory, man.
Luke 18, verse 10.
These men that do everything the Lord said not to do, they actually get seen as a prophets of God. Meanwhile, the real prophets of God, people want to fight us in town, man. People want to call us names, and you know what I mean. People want to tell our wives, listen, you don't take that from him. You know what I mean? He shouldn't have multiple wives, and want to come against us at camp and shut our Facebook pages down and say we're racist and so forth. And meanwhile, the people that disobey God, the whole world acknowledges them as the prophets of God, man. Read up, please, Baba Kushar.
Luke 18, verse 10. 2 men went up into the temple to pray. The one a Pharisee and the other a publican.
So 2 men went in the temple to pray. One a Pharisee, the other a publican. So one was a Pharisee, a religious leader. The same men we were talking about, the same leaders up there, the same people in parliament. Like today, your leaders today are corrupt, man. Your big Boris Johnson, all of them are corrupt. Like Martin Luther King, man, the leader of black people, so-called, it was known for having sex with white women, man. Even your white leaders, you hear scandals about them stealing money and scheming. They're meant to be, they call themselves the prime minister, like they're the prime worker of the country, and yet the scandals about them robbing this and giving people what's it called, fines for breaking lockdown procedures. Meanwhile, they break it themselves. They had a wine and cheese party. You have what's his name, Matt Hancock. Got caught in 4K. Having adultery with a woman with a husband. This is what even the white leaders too. They're just phony, man. And that was a Pharisee. 2 men went into a temple to pray. One was a Pharisee. One was that same man, high stature, big reputation. That's a hypocrite. And the other one was a publican. A publican is a tax collector. And black people, even the scribes and Pharisees, hated the publicans, man. Publican was a black man who was a tax collector. And black people, man. Black people, like Christ was sitting down with publicans tax collectors and scribes and Pharisees like, yo, you're sitting down with these men. A publican was like a black man that was like a traitor, like a policeman today. A black policeman, oh my God, listen. Black people, 2022, black people can't stand a black policeman. Like, they try and make it cool and they try to, but black people would never have it, man. Wait, you see one is, okay. On both sides, the policeman who's black, straight away is like, you're right. And the man walking is like, the tension, because black people know how much police have been bad to us, and we see us, you're going to join the police. And black people back then knew how much the Romans wanted their tax, and they'll press you and kill you, and they'll come to your city alive, and they'll make sure you get tax, and you're going to work for that same tax company. Black people hated publicans. So this publican that was hated, looked upon, and frowned upon as a horrible person, just like how we hate the police. So luck, yeah. If you're a black policeman out there, even me, myself, man, sometimes I give it that eye, man. I see them trying to smile at me, I'm like, I know what the police did to Mark Duggan, man. And to see you purposely join the force that killed Mark Duggan, it's just sickening, man. We know how police stop and frisk us and bother us and pull us over. So when we see you join them and walking around in your high vis and your what they call it, bulletproof vests. When you got the hands here, it just drives me crazy. And likewise, same thing then. Black people was forced to pay taxes to the Romans, forced, else they would die. Forced or they get crucified, forced or they get what's called the wheel, the big wheel. The big wheel, the brass bull? The brass bull. What's something torches the Romans had? The brass bull, the big wig.
The one down the hill and it's tied on the boulder as you're rolling.
The boulder, all them torches there, and you're gonna go collect tithes for them. Meaning, once upon a time, the Romans, what is it? That's right, man. The same people frowning on the policeman ain't frowning on themselves, not coming to the truth. It's true, man. You know what I mean? So imagine it's like the Romans will come and kill you for not paying tax. And now a black man's gonna go collect tax for them. You said, look at this nigga here, man. Making sure the Romans get money. You're working for your master, man. You're all about your master, innit? I'm gonna make sure he gets his money on time. And when a black man gets a job as well, oh God, forget about it, man. He's the best tax collector of all time, man. He's on your ass hard. You paid this, you sure? He's on it. So black people hated him anyway. So this publican went to pray, and who else? Pharisee went to pray as well. Keep it in.
Verse 11. The Pharisee stood up and prayed thus with himself: God, I thank thee that I am not as other men or extortioners.
Look at that, man. This pastor went to pray, man. He didn't say, Lord, listen, man, help other men, help men that ain't fortunate as me. He didn't go out in the street like the ISUPK and help people on drugs, man. He didn't go out there like the ISUPK and help brothers that made a mess of their life, man. He didn't go out there and help black people that went to jail, man. You know what he said? Lord, I thank God that I'm not like these, man. That's what your pastor says, man. Thank God I'm not from that neighborhood. Thank God shots don't ring out in my neighborhood. Thank God that, my sons go to a good school, man. And got suffer like them niggas, like them gangbangers. Fuck that. He didn't make sure that your sons don't become gangbangers. He didn't make sure that your sons don't die of black and black crime. He said, whew, I ain't like one of them. Thank God for that. That's what this pastor said, man. Keep it in.
Extortioners, unjust adulterers, or even as this publican.
And this man goes, listen, I'm not like most men, sinners, nasty scum. Ugh. And even this man right here, man. Even this, was it even this publican here? Did a little head nod? Or even this shit right here, man. And that's what your pastors think, man. Pastor, I've been church, can't tell me nothing, man. I've been church. Man, you would never believe it, yeah, but I've never come here in my life, man. I've seen them talk about, men should have long hair. And I'm wicked, like, kids get molested in your church, but I'm just wicked because I got hair, excuse me. And that's how they see it, man. This man here with hair, look at him with the baggy jeans, man. Look at him, man. Gold teeth in his face. Look at him. I'm out here praying using good words, and this man's like, yo, pastor. Come on, man. Go put. Look at him with his beard hanging out his face, man. Whew. I'm glad I ain't like them, man. Forget that. Listen, what the pastor was most about, my son gone to uni and gone college and doing this and doing that. That's what they do, man. Just boast like, I ain't like these, man. We done?
Verse 12. I fast twice in the week.
There you go, boasting again, man. See, man like me, I fast twice in a week, man. I does this, man. That's what the Lord's talking about, that boasting again, man. This is not about you, man. You know what I mean? And them type of fast, guess what? He don't fast twice in a week. He don't. he might as well eat everything he wants. The Lord said, what? Is that even a fast? So according to the Lord, he don't fast twice a week, man. So lucky, that was the class. I'm handing off to priest and prophet, captain of 10,000 per Russia. What for reading Mosa?
That's right, man. Excellent class. Just clap your hand. Give a trooper a more sauce as well.
Sorry, what are these?
I got it. Alright, ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or a teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is a Day of Atonement, which is on a Tuesday, the 4th of October, sundown. So that'll be tomorrow, sundown, right? Remind Akiam and Akwaf to check the bulletin board in the hallway and to check all ISUPK social media, so YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and all social media outlets that we have. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarves. And with that, we're going to give the teacher one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Ahmadiyya. Ahmadiyya Shabbat. Ahmadiyya Barak. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem, Shai Barakatah.
Yad Yamatah. Class dismissed.
Go ahead, Mosa.
Most